I love Flash Gets. I think we all know I love Flash Gets. I also, this is called Weeb on Titan, and I'm not the biggest Attack on Titan fan. I like Attack on Titan. I never finished Attack on Titan. I think I have like the last, whatever the ending is. I haven't gotten to the very ending. I saw when he was like ribs crawling across the world, and I'm like, okay. He got so insufferable as a main character, and he went on I'm the evil guy arc, and I was like, okay, we're doing this. This is just like Death Note, but with I don't know. I just wasn't vibing with it. I didn't like where it was going. So I decided to outski 9000 and go on to another anime. But I did like the early parts of Attack on Titan. But I want to see what they do with this here.
Flash Kids!
We are the last of humanity to fall. But the Weebs grow bolder every day, spreading their virus, trying to turn us...
Bro, these are all lolly enjoyers. That's what people are afraid of. These Weeb lolly enjoyers are trying to break down the wall. We need to fight them with everything we have.
Them. But we're totally cool and hate anime, so good luck. So, you boys excited to watch Training Day at my house later?
Naruto.
Dude, this is your typical Naruto fan. Naruto is the worst show ever made.
So you're telling me, Training Day today, Nutty Professor tomorrow?
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we'll be sure to check it out. Thanks.
It's good.
Thank you.
Japan has a lot to answer for. What could possibly do this to a person?
Oh no! Bro, look at them tits, bro. Massive, goony monsters.
Oh my god.
What the hell is that?
It's beautiful.
Fall back to the second wall!
I love that that face works so perfect with Attack on Titan. It's actually just... It's so perfect. Because they're all walking around with the stupid fucking faces because they're brain dead. And it's got the brain dead thought weeb girl. Oh, dude, this is your typical Twitch, your Twitch VTuber right here.
What are you doing? Rise! Close the gates! Quickly! Wait!
I mean, if you had your head ripped off by a giant fucking big tit woman, would you be... I mean, it would suck because you would die. But, I mean, that'd be a good way to go, I'd have to say. Out of all the ways to die, like, you got, like, heart attack. You got, like, getting hit by a bus. You got heart attack. You got, then getting, like, eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or you could just get picked up by a giant big-boobed anime chick and eaten. I think that's way better.
Not yet! What are you doing? What? No!
I mean, it's Dragon Ball Z, dude. We're not just contrarians, are we?
I mean, let's be fair, dude. Everybody watched Dragon Ball Z. It was like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Those are, and then the fucking garbage trash show Naruto that anybody who watched that has a brain cell missing. But I mean, you got a bunch of those that are not like. There's a reason why when I started watching it again, I like started with like Dragon Ball Z, and then I went to One Piece, and so on and so forth. But Dragon Ball Z is like a jumping point for most people. No. This show's trash. I hate JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The first couple seasons, fine. I think it was like 1 through 3. Then it just starts getting way too wild, and I just stopped caring. It gets like... It's not that it gets like too wild for me. It got boring to me. I just started finding it uninteresting around season 4.
Well, that's gay. Who the hell would like that?
How did this happen? All of my friends, taken from me by evil little Japanese children shows, the generic character designs, the over-exposition of every little thing, the never-ending monologues. How are they so blind? And now here I am, all alone, I'm the last one standing. Everyone else is gone. Just me. But I'll be damned if I'm the one sitting alone in the corner watching sports. You can't watch UFC by yourself, because that's homo. And I'm straight. I'm straight.
You can't watch two men oil up and wrestle in a ring and still be straight by yourself? What are we talking about here? I don't need to watch some... I'll just watch gay porn instead. That sounds way better than watching this. What are we talking about here?
I guess I'll have to date one of those bumbling sheepies that goes to conventions dressed like a cat.
Mumbling sheepies. It's like Lizzo, but they're white with like fucking a unicorn hair and shit, and they're just talking about the worst shows ever made. I fucking love some of the pictures that come out of anime conventions are better than any SNL skit ever made. I swear, if you just look up footage from some of these people that are like wildly cringe, it is way better than anything else. It makes me miss the days when bronies actually still existed. Now they still exist, but they're a dying species. It's like the last of the Mohicans, but it's bronies, and they used to be the most interesting wild people on the internet, and now we're starting to see them go the way of the dodo bird, and it's sad. It truly is sad.
I won't breed with her, of course, but I will fuck her. Hell, might even be kind of fun. I suppose it'll be a small wedding. My parents probably won't come. I guess who could blame them? Having pets will be out of the question. She'll probably want to give them anime names, but that's obviously not gonna happen. I have to maintain some kind of boundaries. Boundaries. Those have been shifting for years. I did bend the knee to see all those Marvel movies, and I was still friends with Bryce even after he cried when Iron Man died. Marvel really is the anime of the West, isn't it?
It goes on this tangent about how bad Marvel movies are. You can tell this is Meat Canyon's voice. I'm 90% positive, and Meat Canyon hates Marvel movies. I watched him. He did a review of a Marvel movie like, I don't know, it was kind of recent, and he was like, he went to the theater on day one and saw how excited people are. He's like, I don't know if I didn't really like the movie, but god damn, were these people excited. It made me want to love the movie. It made me want to care about this, and that camaraderie, I think it happens a lot with anime too. I remember when I started watching anime, I watched a couple because like my brother-in-law was watching it, and then all of a sudden people at work found out that I watched it, and they watched anime, and then they're telling me to watch this one and this one and this one, and then all of a sudden I'm in this rabbit hole, and now that's all I fucking watch because I'm an absolute dweeb at this point. I'm a fucking loser. But at the same time, there's some peak storytelling in anime, I gotta say, dude. Even though a lot of the times it becomes cliche, and sometimes I enjoy the cliche shows, and I watch some of the biggest trash ever made, I'm still enjoying myself. And when I hit that point where I'm not enjoying it anymore, I'll move on. That's what I've done with almost every type of genre I've been in. I'll watch almost everything there is to offer, and then I'll fucking go kick rocks and go find something else. But I did it with horror movies for a while too. I was like way into horror movies, and now I'm like, I don't want to watch another horror movie. I've seen too many, and I'll come back to it eventually. It'll happen with anime eventually too. I mean, that's just kind of how things go. I think anybody that makes any one thing their entire life and their entire being, you then don't become more well-rounded, and it's like, well, I shouldn't watch anything else when there's anime. It's like, well, there is other stuff. Go enjoy real shit. I mean, have you not seen the show Jack Reacher? Go, it's good. It's good. It's just like the books. The books, Jack Reacher, are simple to the point, cool. The show's simple to the point, cool. Actually, the first season followed the book really, really well. I think the second season was pretty accurate. I don't know about the third season yet. I haven't watched it, but yeah.
Ah, the internet. Glorious, isn't it? Things you'd be embarrassed by if people caught you watching. Activities you shouldn't be doing. Conversations you'd rather remain private.
I'm sorry, dude. If you buy all of Creed's albums, you're based. I mean, when arms are wide open, welcome to this place. I'll show you everything. I love that song. That song's fire. I sing it to my daughter all the time because it's about a baby being born. Big fan of that song. Creed is fucking awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
SP sees it all and they store it. Ready to be handed over to the government upon request. But there is another way.
NordVPN. We're going NordVPN. I like this, though. Every time they do an ad, it's just so good. It's so fucking good.
Freedom! Freedom to encrypt your data, or mask your identity, or pretend you're Japanese in one click. Freedom.
Let's go, dude. Hey, if more YouTubers put this effort into their ads, I wouldn't feel like skipping it, because it's kind of like ads back in the day when people would watch the Super Bowl just for the ads. You'd be like, this is entertaining. I like this. I want to pay attention. There is so many times where I'm watching a show and it just goes into an ad read and it's boring and cringe and it sucks. But these guys, I know when ad read's coming, I see it's an ad read, and I want to watch it because it's just as funny as the video they just made.
To bypass geo-blocks and watch other countries' Netflix services. What magical app could do all these things? NordVPN! If you click on the link in the description...
See, dude, I told you it was going to be a NordVPN, and then they go into their ad read, but it's still so good. It reminds me of old ad reads of, like, back when, like, there was, like, the What's Up era, dude. There was just one ad where, like... it was Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head. Mrs. Potato Head was just like nagging, and he like threw her mouth over the side of the hill, and it was fucking hilarious. And it reminds me of that type of era, the 2000s era of ads, where it was like, do the pigs really scream wee all the way home? And then it would be a pig screaming wee. It was like, it was fun, it was enjoyable, and I like shit like this. And I think if more people did more to make their ads really fun, you'd stick around for them even if you knew what the ad read was. And it makes me more interested in the product. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to go buy NordVPN now, unless they say they want to sponsor me, and then I'm like, look at that, dude, I'm a big fan of NordVPN. But at the same time, I've now have more thoughts about using a VPN because this ad is more effective. I think that if you just do a read, I'm bored. If you do something fun and entertaining, I'm interested. That's just my perspective on advertisement, but this is great. Everything that happens with Flash Gets is phenomenal. I do think it's funny how you do, like, you start with anime. It always starts the same way with almost everybody. You'll watch, like, one show. You'll watch, like, Attack on Titan, and then you want something else similar to Attack on Titan, and then you'll find something like Demon Slayer, and then you'll find something else, and then something else, and then you start lowering your quality because you've already seen all the quality shows, so now you're just watching some trash, but you're starting to enjoy the trash, and then you watch more trash, and then all of a sudden, you're like a fan of like one of the most garbage animes out there. I don't know which one that is, like Berserk 2016, because you just are running dry on content. That's just how almost anything is. I mean, I've done it with horror movies where I'm watching shit where me and my wife wanted to watch a movie one time. It was not in theaters. We were just like wanting to watch an alligator horror movie, and we were trying to remember what the movie Crawl was called. And we got this other movie that was like similar to Crawl, but it wasn't Crawl. And the movie starts off and the dude like kicks down a door. He's like, it's raining outside. And the chick's like, yeah, it's raining. And then a fucking lime green alligator comes in and just bites him and then fucking like death rolls. But it looks like if you rolled a can across the floor. It's just and we're like, this is terrible. This is some Sharknado energy. And we watched way more of that movie than we should. But we'd already lowered our bar in quality because we'd seen so many horror movies. We'd seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is absolutely one of the worst films ever made.